for your Air Candy with K&K. The music never sleeps. Get ready for your sugar high with coffee and candy.
Air Candy. This is the Air Candy Podcast. JC and Cisco Kennedy here live in the studio. Just got back from an exciting weekend. Lots to talk about. Lots to play.
Oh, yeah. What's happening, Mondo?
I'm feeling good today.
I'm feeling great. I'm still on that high from our weekend. So those that don't know or who knew but didn't show, Coffee and Candy had an amazing experience at Tikki Beach, a.k.a. Patty's, Westerly, Rhode Island, this past Sunday, August 26th. It was our first time playing there. Big shout out to Vinny Vibe and Eric, a.k.a. DJ Screw Loose, who invited us. Amazing all around. Absolutely loved it. Hope to go back.
Yeah, this is something that has been in the works for a while now. It's not just something that was a random thought and said, yeah, pick a date and we'll do it. Well, we had some talks about this for many, many months, trying to find a schedule that matches up with everybody. And everything just seemed to fall into play. And this was the date. I think we got this as far as back as maybe early June or July.
Yeah,
somewhere in that ballpark.
The initial talk started in the winter.
It did.
And then, early spring, mid-spring, early summer, whatever, we locked it down. And from there, we did some backwards planning. And, I thought we brought our game, in terms of the set, selection, delivery, the visuals. Of course, they have a great stage there. We had the Coffee and Candy film crew, plenty of fans, plenty of supporters, the T-shirts. I mean, all around, I just think it was a home run.
And the weather?
Oh, the weather. How about that? Rain was in the forecast. Thursday, we're freaking out about the rain. Davey D's telling us on Friday what happens if they cancel it.
Yeah.
Saturday, we wake up, there's rain in the forecast.
Yep.
Sunday morning, we get up, it's cloudy. And here you are, the spiritual Mondo, in touch with Mother Nature. And you said, JC, don't put that out there. Don't put that negative energy out there. I'm telling you, it rained on Friday. It rained on Saturday. The skies will open with a shiny sun for us on Sunday. And sure as shit, my man, as we traveled south on 95, little by little, the skies cleared. I got a fucking sunburn.
That's why I say.
We went from a raino to a sunburn, man.
Trust the process. Trust the process. What's meant to be will be,
Yeah, absolutely. And listen, all aside from the performance, hats off to the Tikki Beach staff, the bottle girls, the hosts and the cabanas, the bartenders, the security, folks at the front desk, Vinny and his team, your boy Vito, DJ Vito Corleone, Eric Screwloose. There was Nook, somebody we met for the first time.
Yeah.
Gian Varela, who came up from Miami. I mean, across the board, it was great. And let's not forget, I almost forgot to mention, our good friend from New York, JM, who joined us, and that was his debut performance there as well.
And he was great, too. I was in the sidelines as he was doing his set. I was listening, and I was liking every single track he was playing. Matter of fact, some tracks, I didn't even know what they were, but I'm taking notes. I'm looking online. I'm like, this is a good one. Yeah, I got to add this, So
yeah.
Shout out to JM. You know your stuff. You know your music, my friend.
Listen, JM has been a great source of support and connection for us. He's a great guy. He's going places, and hopefully we are too. What can I say?
Yeah, it is all a networking thing. When you are able to network amongst your peers and you see that people, just like you, are out there doing things day to day, you're not alone. There's some struggles involved. It makes it feel like you're on the right track, and that with time and effort, you can just keep getting the next step and the next step and the next step.
Without a doubt, if we can do it, anyone can do it. But while we're here on the podcast, I want to put you on the spot.
Okay.
Because you're a lot more of a planner. You're the OCD guy in this relationship. I'm just kind of like, hey, fuck it, let's do it. And that makes you nervous sometimes. And almost every time we do a gig or we run an event like a block party, we control the equipment. It's our CDJs, our mixers. We know the quality and reliability of the equipment. But this was the first gig that you and I ever went to where all we did was show up with thumb drives and headphones and popped in and out of someone else's existing setup. And tell the audience what that was like for you. And by the way, hats off, because your intuition came true. Give us the story.
Like, so much for thinking positive, right?
No, listen, the fact that you're always thinking about contingencies makes us prepared for when things go wrong.
Yep.
The multiple thumb drives, the multiple sets of headphones, just having everything backups, 1 and 2, so that everything goes off without a hitch. And you're great at that.
Thank you. Yeah. When we had prepared for this, one of the things that I'm always conscious of is, who's playing before us, who's playing after us, what are the settings? Is it just going to be plug and play? Is there any downtime in between to check and test out settings? Everyone uses equipment differently. For example, some people like to use the crossfader to blend back from, deck A to deck B, player 1, player 2, whatever you want to call it. Some people like us, we have it disabled. We don't ever mess with that crossfader. Most of the times, the guys that do that is because they're scratchers, more like the hip hop blend scene. And that's great. It is a technique that I do not know. I never really got it. So hats off to them. But with how we do our thing, we don't use a crossfader. So that was the first thing that I noticed is the DJ that was before us, he was using the crossfader.
Yeah, and I remember you looked at me and you said, hey, the crossfader's activated. I predicted this would happen. We got to deactivate it when we take over.
Yeah, step 1. Just remember, when we get up there, we got to make sure that we deactivate that.
And what else about that particular DJ that was different from us?
He was using a laptop, and there's nothing wrong with that either, but we don't. So the settings are a little different of how things are configured, how the laptop talks to the mixer and the players. It's in a like a MIDI mode.
A controller mode.
Yeah.
Opposed to a player mode. Yeah.
Yep. So there's a few adjustments that have to be made and altered for when it goes back to playing with sticks or USB flash drives, SD card, right?
Yeah. And we ran into a jam, right, during the changeover, because typically for the fans and folks that don't know this, sometimes if you're in a nightclub or a festival and there's back-to-back DJs, there'll be a break in between. So the guy coming up can make the adjustments to the equipment that are suitable for his set and his presentation. But the other way of doing it is not to take a break. And at the last song of an individual set, the new guy comes in and cues up his first song of the set. So it's a smooth transition and no break in the music. And that's what we experienced this time around. So we hopped on the decks.
Yep.
The laptop got disconnected. We loaded up our intro on our first track. And sure enough, the pitch control was locked in such a way that instead of playing in the middle 126, which was our desired pitch for the first half of the set, it was locked in at like 150. Yeah, and we couldn't get it unlocked.
It was really fast.
Yeah.
And because it was daytime out and we couldn't really see the lights that were indicating if it was on or off, it was just kind of a guessing thing. Play it, try it, play it, try it. But when that stuff is happening in the moment, live, you almost draw a blank, really quickly. Where if we were in the studio and there was nothing around us, you could probably figure it out in about 3 seconds.
Yeah.
But when you have the music going and you have crowd going and you see that song counting down from 40 seconds, 30 seconds, 20 seconds, 10 seconds, and you're like, shit, my next song is not going to match up. Because
I didn't want to hit play on the next track, but you just said play it because you felt probably the pressure of the moment. We're in front of all these folks; they're looking at us.
Yeah.
Let's give them sound.
Yeah.
I would have just stopped it and would have just said, hang on, everybody. There's a little technical issue. Let's get this fixed and do it the right way. But you were caught up in the moment, so I just went with it, and fortunately, we fixed it.
Yes, so Eric came up on stage.
Thank you, Eric.
He helped us out as the tech that he was.
Yeah.
And I think that was just for the first 1 or 2 songs max.
Tracks. Yeah.
And then the rest of the show was great. But these technical things, they do happen. And you really have to take note when going to do other shows with other DJs involved.
Listen, do you remember a year ago, a year plus, when we went to see James Hype for the first time. He had just come over to the U.S. for his first little tour, hadn't been to Ultra yet or any of that stuff.
Yeah.
And he played at the Royale in Boston. And you pointed out how you thought it was interesting that there was no pause in the transition between the opening DJ and James. And James was fucking pissed because the equipment wasn't functioning properly. He shut it down. He stood up. He started screaming and swearing at the tech folks.
Yeah.
Because he probably felt that sense of pressure / embarrassment that was creeping up on us at the very beginning of the set that went away thanks to Eric coming in and saving the day. And then when we went to see James Hype the second time, same venue a year later, his game was much more elevated, and they did take a break between the opener and him, and they opened it up with the intro, and everything was smooth.
Yeah. Very, very important that when you are selling tickets, when you have an expectation from people to come out and see you, you want to put on your best show, and you don't want to be embarrassed on stage because at that moment, the crowd doesn't know what's happening. So they're just looking at it face value. Oh man, this dude sucks. He hasn't come on yet and things already fucked up, right?
Yeah, sure.
But these things happen.
For sure. I mean, look, we watched that little Tomorrowland video from Tomorrowland 2023, and Afrojack started his set and the CDJs weren't working. In fact, anybody that pulls that up on YouTube will see him telling the audience on the microphone, like, hey, sorry guys, the CDJ's fucked up. I got a great set for you. Be patient. And then sure as heck, they fixed it.
Yeah. But nonetheless, that was the only little glitch that happened.
That aside,
the entire hour
was great.
I felt good vibes from that point on.
Yeah, me too. I think that in retrospect, you know, maybe 20% of the folks that we anticipated were coming didn't show. I don't know quite why. I'm going to suspect that the weather factored into their decision making. Folks that were back in Providence or New Bedford or Southeastern Mass probably saw that heavy cloud cover and figured it's going to rain this afternoon. We're not going to go to the beach. Who knows? Maybe the event got canceled. But for those that hung in there and had faith and went down there, everybody had a good time. It was an honor to open up for Gian Varela. He's much further down the road of music success than we are. He's played Ultra. He's played the festivals. He's got plenty of originals that have been released, signed to a label, and produced. And by the way, he was humble as fuck. We hung out with him behind stage. I hung out with him and his team at the bar. He was welcoming. He was complimentary of our set. He invited us to hook up with him when we go down to Florida. We're going to take him up on that, and we're going to continue to expand our friends network in this, you know, amazing industry.
Yeah. I wish that we could have added in a few of Coffee and Candy original songs, but I understand why we didn't. As a artist, we are still unknown. So as DJs, we naturally just gravitate to the hits. Like you say, we got to play things that people know. And that's exactly what we did to a T. We stuck to that very well, and it paid off because just about every single song that we dropped, there was this excitement because they knew it. And the great thing about it was not only did they know it, but there were certain versions that we decided to play that made it its own unique experience in that moment.
For sure.
They knew the lyrics, but then when the build came up, the drop maybe from the original song or a drop that they thought was going to be, it was something different. But when it happened, they felt it. There was excitement about it, right?
Without a doubt. And I know exactly what you mean. I mean, aside from the performances and building these sets, we work very hard in the studio, coming up with concepts, coming up with prototype sounds, and refining them over time to become the finished product that gets posted up on the pools and the streaming services. And I know what you mean, that you wish that we could have incorporated more of our music, but I think we're still trying to find our sound. We talked about this in some prior episodes. I mean, some of our sounds are sort of melodic house, some of them are tech house sound, some of them are poppy, some of them are remakes of of old tracks that we couldn't get copyrights to. So we're still exploring our boundaries and feeling our way in this journey. What we really need is to get one or more of our songs onto radio that will expose them to the masses. Once the song becomes known, we become known. And then when we play the venue, we're not just the random K&K that's present that day, but folks are coming out to see K&K because they want to hear our music, the originals, and they want to hear what we're able to do with others' music as well.
Yeah. So with this segment, speaking of music, we actually took our entire 60-minute set. Intro included, the whole thing's there. And we are going to play that in its entirety as like the music segment of like today's show. So just a little backstory. We didn't get up there and just play one track that was 60 minutes, okay? But what we did is, I think you had talked about this when we were packing for the beach, that episode. You started off with a couple hundred songs. You narrowed it down. We got down to like 40 or 50. We analyzed them all. We figured out which ones work best. Going with each other, key, tempo, all that.
Custom edits for each of the tracks.
Took everything, chopped it all down to like a minute and a half, 2 minutes.
Yeah.
In and out, all the good parts. And then we assembled it.
That's right.
In about 42 songs, something like that.
With all original production in terms of effects and transitions.
Yeah.
And overlays and mashups. And we generated, 47 originals.
Something like that.
That we played back to back, live. Yeah. And what we've done here, typically our musical segment's 30 minutes. We're going to offer them the full 60-minute set that we've assembled all in one file in order to upload to the podcast service. But we're doing this so the many folks that couldn't join us last Sunday can still have the benefit of the experience that we delivered to so many others.
Yeah. And for those that were there and they heard it, well, this is your chance now where you can play the set over and over and over again, and you can relive that moment in your mind of you out there dancing to that 60-minute set that we did on August 27, 2023. This is the Tikki Beach set.
Drop it.
Get ready for your sugar high. It's coffee and candy, bitch.
Satisfaction. 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 Satisfaction.
Well, woman, the way the time cold, I wanna be keeping you warm. I got the right temperature to shelter you from the storm. Hold on, girl, I got the right tactics to turn you on. And girl, I wanna be the papa, you can be the mom.
Push me, and then just touch me, till I can get my satisfaction. Push me, and then just touch me, till I can get my satisfaction. Push me, and then just touch me, till I can get my satisfaction. Push, 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 push,
I'm about to lose my shit.
Bitch, better have my money. Pay me what you want it. Bitch, better have my. Bitch, better have my. Bitch, better have my. Bitch, better have my money.
That shit done changed. Ever since we was on, I dreamed it all. Ever since I was young, they said I won't be nothing. Now they always say congratulations. Worked so hard, forgot how to vacation. They ain't never had the dedication. People hate and say we changing, look, we made it. Yeah, we made it.
To catch another flight, yeah. The apple bottom make 'em wanna bite, yeah. I just wanna have a good night. I just wanna have a good night. If you don't know, now you know. If you broke, then you gotta let him go. You could have anybody, any money, no. Cause when you a boss, you could do what you want. Yeah, cause girls is players too. Yeah, yeah, cause girls is players too. Yeah, cause girls is players too. Yeah, yeah, cause girls is players too. Hold up. Yeah, cause girls is players too. You can play it, baby.
Kind of beat to go right, go ra-ta-ta, ra-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta.
Mississippi, pin it down. I'm the hottest round. I told y'all y'all can stop me now. Listen to me now. I'm lasting 20 rounds. And if you want me, then come on get me now. Mississippi, pin it down. I'm the hottest round. I told y'all y'all can stop me now. Listen to me now. I'm lasting 20 rounds. And if you want me, then come on get me now. Mississippi, putting it down. I'm the hottest round. Mississippi, putting it down. I'm the hottest round.
while your feet are stumping. Pump up the jam, pump it up while your feet are stumping. And the jam is bumping. Look ahead, the crowd is jumping. And the jam is bumping. And the jam is bumping. And the jam is bumping. Look ahead, the crowd is jumping. Jam, pump it up, jam. Jam, pump it up, jam, pump it. Jam, pump it up, jam. Jam, pump it up, jam.
I gotta stay high all the time to keep you off my mind. Ooh, ooh, high all the time to keep you off my mind. Ooh, spend my days locked in a haze, trying to forget you, babe. I fall back down. Gotta stay high all my life to forget I'm missing you.
Coffee and candy. Coffee and candy. Coffee and candy.
Now and then I think of when we were together, like when you said you felt so happy you could die. I told myself that you were right for me, but felt so lonely in your company. But that was love and it's an ache I still remember. You can get addicted to a certain kind of sadness, like resignation to the end, always the end. So when we found that we could not make sense, well, you said that we would still be friends. But I'll admit that I was glad it was over. You didn't have to cut me off, make out like it never happened. Now we were nothing. Now I don't even need your love, but you treat me like a stranger and I feel so rough. No, you didn't have to stoop so low. Tell your friends collect your records and then change your number. Guess that I don't need that though. Now you Now you're just somebody that I used to know.
I don't hit the brake, we keep out. 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 Bad, bad, looking like a Barbie. Told her bring a friend to the party. I just wanna I ain't sorry. I don't hit the brake, we keep out. Bad, bad, looking like a Barbie. Told her bring a friend to the party. I just wanna I ain't sorry. I don't hit the brake, we keep out. Bad, bad, looking like a Barbie. Told her bring a friend to the party. I just wanna I ain't sorry. I don't hit the brake, we keep out. Bad, bad, looking like a Barbie. Told her bring a friend to the party.
Bring
Load up on guns, bring your friends, it's fun to lose and to pretend she's overborn with self-assured. No, no, a dirty word.
Get the fuck up. Simon says, get the fuck up. Throw your hands in the sky. Swingers in the back, sipping yak, yo, what's up? Girls, rub on your titties. Yeah, I said it, rub on your titties. New York City gritty committee, pity the fool that act shitty in the midst of the calm, the witty. Get the fuck up. Get the fuck up. Get the fuck up.
Follow me, we ride it. Close your eyes, don't fight it. Follow me into
while we're walking on the wire. Follow me, we're riding. Put your eyes on fire. Follow me into the deepest, darkest of desire. Follow me into the deepest, darkest of desire. Close your eyes and kiss me while we're walking on the wire. Follow me, we're riding. Put your eyes on fire. Follow me into the deepest, darkest of desire. Into the darkest of desire. Eyes and kiss me while we're walking on the wire. Follow me, we're riding. Follow me, we're riding. Follow me into the deepest, darkest of desire.
Every time they hear this sound, the freaks come out.
Tommy used to work on the docks. Union men on strike. He's down on his luck. It's tough. So tough.
They hear this sound, the freaks come out.
She works the diner all day. Working for her man. She brings home her bed for love. For love. She says we gotta hold on to what we've got. It doesn't make a difference if we make it all night. We got each other, and that's a lot for love. We'll give it a shot. Oh, we're halfway there. Oh, living on a prayer. Take my hand, we'll make it, I swear. Oh, living on a prayer. Oh, we're halfway there. Oh, living on a prayer. Take my hand, we'll make it, I swear. Oh, living on a prayer.
Every time they hear this sound, the freaks come out.
I'm gonna fight 'em all. A seven-nation army couldn't hold me back. They're gonna rip it off, taking their time right behind my back. And I'm talking to myself at night because I can't forget. Back and forth through my mind behind a cigarette. And a message coming from my eyes says, leave it alone.
Little bit, roll it up, take a hit, feeling lit, feeling right. 2 a.m. summer night, I don't care, hand on the wheel, driving drunk, I'm doing my thing, rolling the mid beside and now, living my life, getting our dreams. People told me slow my roll, I'm screaming out that I'ma do just what I want, looking ahead, no turning back. If I fall, if I die, know I lived it till the fullest. If I fall, if I die, know I lived in missing bullets. I'm gonna pursue the happiness and I know everything is shining, always gonna be golden. I'll be fine once I get it, I'll be good. I'm gonna pursue the happiness and I know everything is shining, always gonna be golden. I'll be fine.
music never sleeps. Music never sleeps. Music never sleeps. Music never sleeps. With coffee and candy. Coffee and candy. Coffee and candy. Coffee and candy. You're tuned in with coffee and candy. Coffee and candy.
One more time. One more time. Feeling so free. You just got me feeling so free. Celebrating so free. You just got me feeling so free. One more time.
What you know about rolling down in the deep? When your brain goes numb, you can call that mental freeze. When these people talk too much, put that in slow motion, yeah. I feel like an astronaut in the ocean, ay. What you know about rolling down in the deep? When your brain goes numb, you can call that mental freeze. When these people talk too much, put that in slow motion, yeah. I feel like an astronaut in the ocean. What you know about rolling down in the deep, 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 deep. What you know about rolling down in the deep, 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 I feel like an astronaut in the ocean. What you know about rolling down in the deep? What you know about rolling down in the deep? Took a blow, took a puff, can't get enough, infectious stuff. Infectious stuff. Took a puff, can't get enough, infectious stuff. Puff, 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 blow, low, low, low. Puff, 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 blow, low, low.
I got a ooh, make it bomb, makes my body dance for ya. Ooh, make it bomb, make it bomb, I get it like. I got a ooh, make it bomb, makes my body dance for ya.
When you get us in the club, you're gonna turn it up. You're gonna turn it up. You're gonna turn it up. When we up in the club, all eyes on us. All eyes on us. All eyes on us.
I wanna scream and shout and let it all out. And scream and shout and let it out. We saying oh, we oh, we oh, we oh. We saying oh, we oh, we oh, we oh. I wanna scream and shout and let it all out. And scream and shout and let it out. We saying oh, we oh, we oh, we oh.
You are now rocking with Will I Am in
Coffee and candy, bitch.
Bring the action.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Put up on guns, bring your friends. It's fun to lose and to pretend. She's overboard, self-assured. Oh no, I know a dirty word. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, hello.
better than anything and everything you have done.
I'm wasted.
Don't hurt
It's coffee and candy, bitch.